Okay, guys, welcome to our project. And again, this is an optional project, but just based off the skills that we've learned, I would like you to practice up with your new developed skills. So we'll go over the event method slash functions. So if I scroll down and I'm creating this from our template file as well, so if I go down to my document section where my script is already loaded with jQuery, let's try some syntax. So of course the syntax starts with the $sign, letting jQuery know that we're going to be using the jQuery syntax, followed by a pair of parentheses. And inside the parentheses, we're going to put two quotation marks or double quotation marks. And I like to reference my HTML elements individually by ID. So we're going to put the # or the hash key. And let's give it a name, paragraph1. So I'll go ahead and type paragraph1 underscore, I'll use 01 because I'm going to be using paragraph elements. And let's call an action, or let's do something when this paragraph element takes place. So let's say if I click on the paragraph, I want something to happen. So again, the click is just nothing more but a jQuery event method. So once I click on the paragraph with the ID tag of paragraph underscore 1, I want something to happen. So let me end that off with the semicolon. And inside the click event, I want to write an anonymous function. So I want something to happen once I click on the paragraph element. So what we're going to do is type function. And I'll just set mine up like this. And you can choose your curly braces style. Me, I like to align them up perfectly because it's easier for me to read. So once I click on my paragraph element with the ID of paragraph underscore 1, let's say give me an alert and say something. So I'll type alert, which is a JavaScript built-in function. And inside my alert dialog box, I want to say thank you for clicking the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. And pretty much what I want you guys to do as well is just follow along and create it with me as well. And if you want, once we're done, you can go ahead and change the text here, or if you want to spice it up, you can actually add some different jQuery code for your output. So just to keep it basic for the project right now, I'll just create some more paragraph tags. So I'll highlight this whole entire section, copy. I love copy and pasting. It makes life a lot easier. And I'm just going to change the method event handler. So I'll change the click to DBL because that stands for double click. And this is just a jQuery event. So when you double click on something happens. So these are just functions when something happens. So we have our click. We have our double click, and let's change this to thank you for double clicking the paragraph with the ID of paragraph underscore 01. And again, I'll copy this section. And for another event method, let's type mouse enter. And as you can see, this is extremely easy. We're just renaming the event methods, and we're just giving different output depending on what what our events are. So for the mouse enter, I just want to display thank you for entering. Thank you for entering the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. And let's copy this again and paste. And we're going to do mouse leave for our event function. So let's just save that. And let's fire up our browser. Click refresh. Oh, give me 1 second. What we forgot to do, or what I forgot to do, is we have to create, of course, our paragraph tag. So, and we gave it the ID of paragraph underscore 01, or just to double check because I hate spelling errors, I just like to copy and paste. Click save, and I'll just give it some basic initial text saying this is paragraph 1. And let's create a secondary paragraph element, because what we want to do, instead of using our alerts to display the output, let's make it a lot easier and just display the results in a visible paragraph element. So let's just copy this line of code, which is line 45, the whole entire paragraph element. Control and C, go down to another line. Control and V, and let's just modify bits and pieces. So instead of the ID tag of paragraph 1, let's just modify the 1 to 2. And let's just change the content to this is paragraph 2. Get into the habit of Control and S, which is saving your work, your current work. And what we're going to do next is modify the alert functions for the display to HTML that will give us the results on our paragraph element with the ID of paragraph 2. So for our first one, let's type some jQuery syntax, which is a $, parentheses, double quotation marks, the hash symbol, because we're going to be identifying the selector as an ID. And I'll just copy an ID of paragraph underscore 1 and just change the 1 to 2. And after the parentheses, put a dot, because we're going to be calling a action or a jQuery function, which is the HTML function to display new HTML content. And what we can do is just copy this line of code up until the HTML jQuery function and just paste it into our other parts. So just remove the alert, highlight it and delete it, and just Control and V. And that's all we need to do. And let's go to the next one, next alert, select it, click delete, Control and V, go down to the next one, highlight alert, Control and V, and there we have it. Control and S. Now let me just double check to make sure. So let's work on these functions one by one. So I'm going to comment out certain parts. So let's comment out the last one, and we're going to do them piece by piece. So to make a comment, /, type of / and followed by 2 stars or 2 asterisks, and at the bottom of the code you're going to type asterisk again and close it off with another /. And this comments out the previous code, or you can write a comment. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do them for each of them except the ones that we're working on. So asterisk / and go up to the next one, / double asterisk. After the semicolon, you can type the star and / again. So we can actually analyze them one by one or piece by piece. So let's go to it. I'll open up my browser. I'll click refresh. And as we can see, we have our text for our paragraph elements. This is paragraph 1 and this is paragraph 2. So if we're right for our logic, if I click on the this is paragraph 1 element, the paragraph 2 content is going to change, and it's going to say, thank you for click the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. That's just what we did. So if I click it, and there we have it. It displays the text or the new content inside the paragraph tag with the ID of paragraph underscore 2, which is this one. So as we can see, thank you for clicking. I should have modified that, but it doesn't matter right now. We're just doing some checking. The paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. Okay, so now we've completed that. Let's go down and uncomment the second portion of our code, and we can comment out our first portion. So /, double asterisk after the semicolon, put another asterisk, and put a /. So let's test out our second piece of code. So we're going to go back to our browser, click refresh, and now we're going to double click it. So double click, and this is what happens. Thank you for double clicking the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. So that works and it functions. So we're going to comment this out again, which is our second piece of code, / followed by 2 asterisk signs, semicolon, go down to the semicolon where it closes off, asterisk sign, / and let's uncomment our third piece of code, which is you're going to be removing our comment block. And let's control and exit, control and save. So when we go into, or the hover effect, so the mouse enter is just pretty much like the hover effect. If you hover over an element, something is going to happen. So when we hover over our paragraph 1, the content of thank you for entering the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1 is going to be put inside the paragraph element with the ID of paragraph underscore 2. So let me go back to my browser, click refresh, and let's hover over paragraph 1. And there we have it. Thank you for entering the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. Now that works. We're going to test our last piece of code. So let's comment out this again, / double asterisk, go down to the semicolon here, asterisk followed by a /, and let's uncomment our last piece of code. Delete the 2 asterisks followed by the /, go down to the bottom to the semicolon, and let's delete the / and the asterisk. Control and save it, always remember that. Let's go back to our browser, click refresh since we do have new content modified. So if we leave out of the paragraph 1 element, it's going to say thank you for entering paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. Or let's modify it for leaving the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. And of course, control and exit. Go back to my browser, click refresh. So once I enter it, nothing happens. But when I leave, look what happens. It changes. Voila. Thank you for leaving the paragraph with the ID paragraph underscore 1. Now, of course, with you guys, if you guys want a little bit more practice and touch up on your skills, you guys can add more paragraph tags with paragraph IDs and just replace the paragraph ID names here and modify some text. So again, this is just going over our project and touching up on our skills.